All right, now you're live.
Gets red. Third guy on the bench. Didn't matter.
Surprise.
Didn't matter.
Here we are.
Mid-conversation.
Hello.
Like, I'm trying to sneak it in, and you're like, Sam, 10 seconds. I'm like, shush.
No, it's funnier when we come in talking.
I was going to tell him a damn thing.
It makes people go, oh, what are they talking about? Like it's...
There's also nobody watching it because we're in here. Surprise, shocker.
Mr. Graham, unlike you, vest wearing, computer not plugged in, holding soccer ball for no reason
With my fern.
Podcast, you know,
Oddly enough,
intelligence.
we had the same hair though.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
A AI fucking image does not understand that the way you connect to your podcast listeners is by having moments of realness and make the
is
show
that it?
seem casual. Because as that picture showed, he is trying to make it as casual as humanly possible. A notebook open with no pen.
With no or notes written
and
down.
nothing written on
It's the ball in the hands and him just wistfully going, I'm sorry, they just wistfully going.
Yeah, because you got to remember that is the not exactly any color, not exactly
Like
any gender.
Like that is the most non-binary. I don't know where from person I've ever seen in my life.
AI going young human podcaster.
Yeah, we need them to be gray and not any particular affiliation to anything. Just
Hey, somebody finally found us.
hey, how about that?
It's a show for one.
Yeah,
Who is it?
I don't know.
Good research. Perfect research.
Taylor might be on Smash Williams #2. He might be taking a nappy right now.
As Taylor and Christian like to point out, it's midnight for y'all. It's only 11 p.m. for us.
Yeah, well, when you have 5 Smash Williams, that's gonna fucking that time frame's gonna catch up to you
How
real
would
quick.
Evan Williams say 11 p.m.?
It's 11 o'clock. We just started the party, bitches.
Yeah, I was just about to say we just getting started.
Bring me Bacardi Limon for a pity fuck.
And in case you're tuning in late, I'm Smash Williams.
Hey, we now have 0 people again.
Oh, fabulous. I will say if it's not
Nice.
if it's not 3 o'clock in the morning, because if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, in the arms of an angel. That's what's going on then.
Oh yeah.
All right, well then let's just do a fucking
Well,
show.
what's great is I will put this whole video into the Patreon.
Yeah, they'll get it all.
And so, they'll see it.
All right, well let's go ahead and do a show.
Come on.
I need to do stuff.
Should make sure I have my beer cue ready, or else I get angry.
And I need to do other stuff. And I need to start Windows. And I need to go. Shh.
Mr. Graham,
Yes, sir.
you know what's better than the 3rd round of the FA Cup?
I don't know what.
The 4th round of the FA Cup.
Third round's still better. Because there's more of what we love.
Well, I mean, it's better. It's less better for you because, well, you're out of it.
Okay.
Hey, Mel, you and I are still in the FA
You
Cup.
played an uninspired Crystal Palace side last round.
Still fucking won.
Fuck off, mate.
Sexy goal. Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. Great day, the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to Injury Time, a completely biased preview of the 4th round of the FA Cup, as told by 2 common American schmucks. I am me, he is he, her uterus, her choice. Do you know why?
Why? Because it's free?
Jim Wallace pays extra for that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jim.
And Jim, you got to tell us all about the whiskeys that I sent you. Want to hear what you thought of them?
Oh yeah, please, absolutely.
directly.
I forgot that
I
happened.
we'll talk about it on injury time, but I directly want to hear from you. Very much so. I
Yeah,
wanna hear
either
what
an
you thought.
email or we can set up a call, maybe.
Yeah, I
I want to hear what you think.
You know what?
He just fucking deserves it.
Yeah, yeah.
He won the League Two.
I like the idea of a call. Let's do a call
He ran League Two, right?
Because if you lived down here, you would have been. Yeah, he did win. If you lived down here, you would have been at the show. You would have had your segment on the show to talk about whiskeys. You would have been here on my patio drinking with us. So very good. Yeah.
Where does he live?
Up in Massachusetts, I want to say it's North Atlantic.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, up there.
The North Atlantic is in Greenland.
That is what they call up there.
I'd call Massachusetts the Northwest Atlantic.
It's not west.
It is if you're looking at the Atlantic Ocean being the epicenter. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, very good. Well,
Fair enough.
yeah, but that's
Because
not
England would be the northeast of the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, yeah, but America, motherfucker. That's not how we
Oh,
fucking
here
think.
we go. All right.
America!
Okay, Donald. Fucking hell.
Just call me Nancy.
At least Jim's not an
Nikki.
immigrant. At least Jim's not an immigrant. That'd be terrible.
What's great is here I am
Jesus
stalling,
Christ.
and neither one of you are looking at your phones to talk about fantasy.
I
yet.
have it pulled up right here.
Mine is right
Do
here
you
as
want
well.
me to start with my league?
No, I'll start with my league because I lost 28-40 to injury list all stars.
What are you stalling for? We're both ready.
I was super prepared.
My God, we're waiting on you, Houston. Always waiting on you.
Yeah, I hear you always waiting on me.
The Kansas City Witch. Where's he from? Wichita?
Yeah.
Is it Wichita?
City Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that right. The Kansas Wichita. Wichita.
He's making a reference.
Wichita.
I want to
He's
workshop that and bring it back next
he's
week.
making a reference to the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
His nickname, now his team name, not nickname, is If I Were a Richmond.
We're a
He beat out AFC Richmond, HR's team, 41-33. That's old Taylor over
if I
Russ.
was a Richmond, he was
Correct. Pone Cares More Than I Do scored a garbage 66
Drink,
points
smash
over
rooms.
Pigeon Power. Geckel's team, 66-41. He won. Ivan Tony's bookie, Alan Brody's team. That's pretty funny. 42-27 over Reds R Us. That's Spursy Mark's team. Espresso Martinelli beat out Arteta's hair helmet. That's Justin 30 to Firehawks 23.
Firehawk's going down, man. Firehawk
Yeah.
is not paying attention. I have a feeling there will
Again.
be an opening in Division 2 for teams next season because I have a feeling Firehawk's probably done.
Wouldn't surprise me. Michael Olivier's fan club, or Michael Oliver's fan club. Sorry. Sorry, yeah, it's actually spelled correctly, unlike Rainier. Ranier. Ronier.
Is that Christian?
It is
Renee.
Christian's team. Yeah, it
because
sure
Christian's
is.
been changing his name a lot too.
Graham. Renee.
Oh, I'm sorry, Benson. It's now Renee.
Do the bow. Do the Renee. I'm in.
Then we got to do Mountain.
It is Mountain Fresh, apparently, according to the can. Michael Oliver's fan club, Christian's team, did beat out the Diamond Dogs 49-47. Up to Tough FA's lost in wild fashion. Jim, actually, if you don't want to call in, I completely understand. After losing to Mings's Lady 59-25.
Jesus.
Apparently, Lindsay's team is all back from injury and back with a motherfucking thunder.
Lindsay put it up
That's
in
a
the closed
second half
group.
team right there.
Lindsay put it up in the closed group. Just like the entire defense got shutouts this week.
Oh,
The
yeah.
entire defense.
Big time. And then 22-20, you had hashtag Glazers out beating fucking 8 Spurs. That's old Ray Dog over Smokey. So that leaves your standings looking something like this. I know it's been a while since we've had to talk about it, so I'm going to run through the whole thing.
Yep.
Although your top 6 has not changed position. That is Ivan Tony's bookie, Allen's team in first. Injury list all-stars, Keith's team in second. Fucking 8 Spurs, Smokey's team in third. Diamond Dogs, JB's team in fourth. Pone Cares More Than I Do. That's your team, Big Sam, in 5th. Hashtag Glazers out. That's Ray's team in 6th. Michael Oliver's fan club, Christian's team, up to 7th place. As Reds Are Us, Mark's team swap spots and drops to 8th. Excuse me.
Need to apparently get a grandma cough button.
I know it's bad now. If I were Richmond, Taylor's team swap spots with AFC Richmond.
No, just give him a cough drop.
Thank you very much. Taylor's up to
a cough drop. Get it straight.
All right, sorry. My apologies, executive producer Mel.
Can I finish my bit now?
Yeah. Interrupting him now.
Yeah. So if I were a Richmond Swiftie, moves up to 9th, and AFC Richmond drops to 10th. That's HR's team. And then the rest of us, 11th through 16th, remain the same. That's up to Tough FA's recently promoted Jim's team, who we just spoke about. Pasta Cordon Glue, that's me, in 12th. Pigeon Power, Gecko in 13th. Geck now.
Geck.
Espresso Martinelli, Justin's team in 14th. Her Highness, Mings's Lady, Lindsay's team in 15th. And then Arteta's Hair Helmet, rounding out the bottom of the league with a very sad 15 points.
Executive producer Mel, executive producer Mel, executive producer Mel, executive producer Mel. Now I've said it 5 times. Now I've done it like Sam Graham. Please continue, Mel.
Well, Grant, you just said that there's been no change in the top 6 in your league.
Correct.
Can't say the same about the Juju League. So let's start off with the worst game of the week, featuring yours truly scoring the lowest of the entire league, 18 points.
Big H's crew scored more than you?
18 points, and I was up against Goon Squad. That should have been a slam dunk win.
Oh, no, Mel.
They're like the blonde chick in that meme you guys like to do.
Couch sessions, or whatever it's called.
Past the Dijon, Lars, well, he is on a winning streak, 44 points, topping Baines on Toast, 39 points. Now, the closest match of the week was between SSJ Arsenal, Jeet, and our favorite, Mel's Cool, my bad, John Benson's team. Benson eked out by 1 point, 29 to 28.
Damn,
Now,
sounds like you pronounced fantasy wrong.
That's a sigh.
In the lineup between Middle River
Fantasy.
FC and Sausages Are Upside Down, Steven Sprouse went really down. 41, that was not good. I'm not proud of that one. 41 to 63 points. Our friend Jay, he had the highest score of the week. Baltimoreans FC, I guess Simon's paying attention again, 32 points. Should have been good, but Mini Cooper FC, Marky's team, 55.
Wow.
Big H's crew, again, paying attention, 33 points. Which beat Tup City FC, Craig Tupper.
Wow.
Remember when Craig Tupper was leading the league?
That's a big one.
The last 20 weeks?
The guy that was consistently scoring 2 points and not trying to score 2 points just beat the shit out of the guy that used to be at the top of the league.
Spoiler alert, he's out of the top 5.
Wow.
Now,
crazy. By the way, I do insist that next time, while not her Christian name, it is her professional name. Piper Perry worked very hard to attain her title, and you should just not call her some blonde chick on a couch.
I mean, is she even blonde?
In that video, she is.
Speaking of Piper Perry.
Not that we've ever seen it.
Hey, hold on, guys. Ready?
Call your dad, Piper. Just call your dad.
Stop.
Are you ready for a quality transition? Mm-hmm. Speaking of Piper Perry, Chef Pat's team, D's Nuts, defeated Nathan Jones for prison.
She has braces. She can't eat nuts.
44 to 34. So, our Juju,
Eat those nuts.
our Juju League,
Sorry, I meant cashews.
Oh, my God.
sitting at the top still is Middle River FC. But climbing up to second and chasing first, softest hands in the business,
Larzapan.
past the Dijon. He's
Love to see Lars Panna in D1.
Yeah, they're 42-42. Middle River is over him by less than 100. Dropping out of the top 2 though is Baines on Toast. He's sitting only with 40. But rising up into the top 5, Mel's Cool. I'm sorry, Mel's Cool. My bad. John Benson's team has 40 points in 4th
Check out
place.
International Man of Mystery getting shit in.
Future second ex-husband, Mini Cooper FC's team Markey has risen to 5, which means our former leader, Tupper City FC, 6th position.
Damn, that's a plummeting, they call that.
massive
It's dropped
drop.
like a stone.
And is it really important to go on from there? Nothing else changed.
This is Craig. I play for DU football. I know both Sams personally. I don't even listen to this fucking show. This is the DU football show.
Clearly, you also don't pay attention to your fantasy team.
Yeah, he thought he was cruising. Now he's not.
Yep.
This thing just happened. I stopped at the gas station to buy some Reese's peanut butter cups. Ended up buying some beer. Moral of the story, I like titties.
All right. If you don't mind me going first, Mr. Graham.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
William Burton's back.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, in that case, speaking of liking titties, I don't know what's going on with my Facebook algorithm, but I'm getting a lot of Mia Khalifa fan pages pop up on my shit all of a sudden.
I mean, there's worse things to be a fan of.
Oh, fair enough.
There are a lot
only-
worse things to be a fan of.
I've only liked 3 of them, though.
I mean,
Remember, we get the Instagram messages.
Yeah, sweet. Hopefully she jumps in the DMs.
yeah. I mean, I like completely what Mia has to offer. Both of them. They're pretty fucking brilliant.
Both of them. Jesus Christ.
And remember, Houston,
Yeah.
I see the DU football show's feed, so don't
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
with the algorithm too much.
I got you. Oh, trust me. Graham on the Instagram, he follows enough on the DU football show, follows plenty of bitches with large asses.
Listen, this was for professional research and marketing. I was trying to get them to share our show on their page because they're the ones getting all the likes. That's all Instagram is. It's a softcore porn site.
Yep.
William Burton, the algorithm is real. Remember when that used to be a sci-fi term
Yep.
like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go first. Mr. Graham, your thoughts on Rayner?
Ronnie A is actually quite good. I'm very impressed with it, to be
Renee
honest.
A.
Rainier. I thought it was pretty good.
It will.
I am impressed. It's along the lines of Bo for me. I really,
Bo, but more to it than Bo.
well, a little bit. Obviously, Bo still has a great affinity in my heart.
Right, of course.
And it's good. It checks the same boxes. I would be happy to eat crabs with that beer.
So what I'm
Not Dungeness, though.
Yeah.
Because fuck the West Coast.
Yeah, fuck the West Coast. I do want to say I loved your idea from last week. It's going to take me a little time because I know Old Style is available in DC because there's the Ivy and Coney
He looked
bar.
at you when he said that, didn't he?
What?
He looked right at you when he said that. You motherfucker.
You better buy a 6-pack of Old Style next week.
Yeah.
Me. It was my idea to do a flight, and he agreed with me.
Oh,
And he doesn't even know what you're talking about. You motherfucker.
Well, as a man should, you take a woman's ideas and make them your own and then tell her to be quiet.
Did you get your sandwich tonight?
No, I actually
Y'all
cooked
just
dinner
saw
tonight.
that happen in real time.
So,
Well,
anyways,
11
I-
seconds ago.
I will. I am going to get all those beers because I don't know if this is available in DC, but in all likelihood, it is. So,
Or John could just send us one with a correct written dictionary-esque style with all the weird little lines.
again, I can
Pronunciation
get, I can
written
get
down.
it. I can get it. But what I'm going to do is,
But we'll also need a ham.
yeah, well, ham is easy. Ham's available here in Maryland.
Oh, is it?
You can
Okay.
get hams in
Yeah.
Maryland.
I've never seen it.
So it'll be
What
used
a
to
great idea you had, Graham.
hams.
You're
used,
so clever.
Thank
used
you.
to have it at
Appreciate
the used to have it at the Hideaway.
that. Are we doing Ice House as the chaser for it?
Nope, it's only the PBR beers. Only the PBR beers.
And
So
we
it'll be-
obviously have to get a PBR
we'll
also.
If you allow me to talk, I'll tell you guys exactly what we're going to get.
No, because it's a fun back and forth cunt. Sometimes you have to pivot.
So we're gonna get PBR obviously available here, Bo available here.
Yep.
Fucking God, why Old Style available in DC. Iron City is available here because
That's the Pittsburgh one, yeah.
right.
Yep.
Well, there's Permansky Brothers
Also, okay.
in Maryland, and well, there's about to be one over by BWI Airport, by the way. So if you ever want to do
really?
the Permansky Brothers sandwich, there will be a
nice.
restaurant.
Awesome.
That's available in Maryland. I don't know about Lone Star. So Lone Star I got to find out about. And then...
Well, Taylor will have to drive there to wank off Robert Earl Keen at some point soon. So
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
on his full retirement.
William Burton says y'all should do a flight of beers, but buy the 6-pack, each paired with a properly selected cannabis flower to smoke.
Yeah, but that's a youth... William, I hate to disappoint you.
Nothing. I don't get credit for the idea.
No.
I don't get a curated smoke list. What's to quote Abby? Where's Abby? Pull it up.
I don't have the coaster.
Oh my God! What are we even doing?
Yeah,
To quote Abigail,
what's the point?
What's the point?
William, these two have partaken. A little unknown fact about Mr. Houston. I've never, not once in my life, have ever smoked weed.
He says he's 48. He's not a youth thing. I disagree. I'm 48, and that is a youth thing.
No.
You motherfucker.
I eat gummies for my back
All right.
because I'm getting old now, too.
All right. So I'm glad you liked it. Let's get into the other beers. Mel's got 2. You've got 1.
Yes.
Mel, your first one. Well, you got a cider and something that is not a beer. Go ahead and talk to us about
All
it.
right. So this is Boochcraft.
I thought it said Coochcraft for a second.
No,
I was excited.
Boochcraft organic hard kombucha. I didn't know I was into hard kombucha
Found this in Idaho.
until we were in Idaho, and I was like, in Idaho, I drank hard kombucha.
And what's the flavor profile on
It
this
is
one?
ginger lime. It is live cultured, so must keep cold, which we did. Raw kombucha, ginger, limes, rose hips, and yeast. Clocks in at 7% alcohol.
Wow, really?
Yeah, big one.
I love that sour note to kombucha.
Yeah.
Paired with the ginger.
Would you
plays
have known
really,
kombucha
really
until
well.
I said it?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Carly fucking. So here's another thing about my wife. Anything that's not FDA approved that's for your health, she's into.
Oh, so raw milk.
No. Kombucha.
Oh, gotcha.
Random internet supplements that come in discreet packaging. All sorts of. It's fucking. I can't
I
stand
insert
it.
turmeric directly in my veins.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I can't get about it. So recently, she tried a cream, I think, from the internet or something. And then her eyes turned all real dark and looked baggy. And she was like, I don't know what's wrong with my... To the point where we just spent $80 on dermatologist appointments for her to figure out it was the fucking cream I told her not to buy.
Be like, don't buy cream.
And the best...
from India.
And the best
Not
part-
good for you, honey.
The best part about that entire thing was... We had a conversation. I had a little bit of a bender. This is months ago. I had a little bit of a bender because of a hard time at work over a weekend. And she had just told me about how she was like, you didn't help a lot this weekend. And I was like, yeah, because I worked 70 hours last week and I needed a fucking break, man.
Right.
And then this happened after I told her so during the week, don't do that. And so I opened the fridge, I grabbed a beer, and I cracked it and went, told you so.
Mel, you were giving me the eyes and the look and the point.
Well, so William Burton, he is very invested in the cannabis companies and ideas. And I remember you guys threatening me with a good time.
Yes, but I thought you wanted to end that segment forever because of how drunk I got on the last one.
No. Yes, you.
But us.
Him, that's between him and his God. But y'all had talked about me doing a version of it
the stoner transfer recap,
stoner
where you get
transfer
just right
recap.
proper stoned.
I think if we do that,
Do. You said do.
we absolutely need to have Mr. Burton in studio to curate the selection.
Of just how
I
high
just-
you're going to get.
I just thought it was going to be Death by Gummy.
I mean,
One of those, and then read out the list about somewhere between 42 and 67 minutes later, because you never know when an edible's going to hit.
I'm just saying.
It could be literally 40 minutes of waffle, and then we're like, all right, Mel, we'll start.
I'm down with
You've
that.
turned a corner.
I'm just pitching an idea.
Thoughts on the kombucha? I thought the ginger
actually quite
lime
enjoy
was
it. Yeah,
perfect.
delicious.
I love ginger. That is in culinary and in sweet and in beverage. Ginger and lemon are probably my two favorite things to cross over.
I don't know if
Well,
I
this
could.
had lime, so how'd that feel? Instead of lemon.
I mean, it's you know, it's like
I mean, they're
when-
cousins.
I was thinking more like when you want to go to a Broadway show and the star actor isn't there, and so they have like the just as good person filling in.
I don't know
Just
how
as good
this would work with fruit flavors other than citrus. Like,
It goes very good with tart fruit flavors, much like lime. So,
Yeah.
like pomegranate, Carly's bought before. Mm-hmm. Delightful.
Oh, I feel.
I
like
also
you
had a
could go with
green-
apple with that.
I also had a green kombucha that had like spinach and arugula, and that
like
bitterness with the ginger played very well together as well.
just on looking at what we have, instead of Graham going to you next, let's go ahead and go with Mel's second, just
All
simply
right.
because it's
Yeah,
a
I-
cider.
Totally agree
Oh,
because
this one is so delicious. I'm almost out and I'm empty and I'm very sad. This is from Ace, one of my favorite companies. This is their guava craft cider.
guava's massive there.
It is. It's,
Wow.
It is a nice punch. It covers the apple completely, but you know
100%.
what? You're
But
going
you
to put it in a pink can. You're going to put guava as the largest word. And
don't mind it.
guava before the word craft cider. It's 5%. Really? You don't like it?
No, I love it. I think it's
okay.
excellent. But you get that apple undertone on the finish. You get almost like the skin of the apple.
Oh,
You get that
good point,
apple
good point.
cider sharpness
Yep.
at the end, but it is a
Big guava up front.
juicy
Massive
fruit
guava up front.
bomb, and
Yeah.
that is exceptionally
Do
done.
you know where that would taste the best? On
where?
a beach in Puerto Rico.
Well, it's funny you should say Puerto Rico. This has nothing to do with there.
Well, I am Puerto Rican.
They use Brazilian pink guava, and they have tasting notes on here. Ace,
By the way, Rice is in Puerto Rico right now.
Ace Guava cider
Nice.
was inspired by a trip to Brazil, where we enjoyed Brazil's national cocktail, a caipirinha,
Caipirinha.
blended with that local guava juice. Now, the guava juice was so refreshing.
Not a traditional ingredient in caipirinha either.
Really good.
We knew we had to make a cider with it, and so experienced a taste of Brazil with Ace Guava, a blend of our semi-dry apple cider with Brazilian pink guava juice, fresh guava aroma, citrusy mouthfeel, and a ridiculously smooth finish. You'll find it impossible to deny that producer Mel is the best cold reader in the business.
Cold ring,
Is there another button
The
to hit?
cider, exceptional.
Can we hit
That
another
was
button?
absolutely that cider was exceptional. That
It's
hit
very,
all
it's very
the
fucking
notes.
good. I like it.
Good balance of the
Yeah.
big juicy fruit with a nice tart finish. Just
I may have enjoyed it.
magnificently done.
I did very much enjoy it. I may have enjoyed it a touch more if the cider was a bit more dry. I did find it a bit sweet. And they did say it was a semi-dry cider. Is that
Yeah.
the word you used?
I did use that word.
I would've-
Dry means sweet.
I would have preferred a dry cider probably. So the guava was the sweetness, and then I got that kind of
There's
palate
no
cleansing dryness on the
sugar.
end.
It's just
Yeah, 'cause guava's
apple
just super
juice.
sugary.
Yeah, guava and sulfite. That's it.
In Mel, in the world of bubbles, like for champagne, if it says semi-dry or demi-sec, that means that it's actually sweet.
Yeah.
That's typically what it means. It means it's a sweeter one.
Well,
I
that's the
thought
extra
demi-sec
dry is
meant
actually
something
on the
completely
sweeter
different.
side of the scale to brute.
Yep.
To brute.
precisely.
To brute.
I thought you
Not
meant
to
to
boot.
boot.
No.
All right, Mr. Graham.
He was
this
talking
is
about sparkling, you dick.
Same beer you had
last week.
But
Yes.
you wanted to make sure we got a chance
I
to
want
try
to
it.
make sure
So
y'all got a
please
chance
talk
to
about
try
it
it.
again.
So this is the Oliver Brewing Company Liquid Luxury, exclusive beer to all of you liquors. One of our favorite stores, one that we both call on, Mr. Justin over there. This is
Wow.
18-month aged in 15-year-old rye whiskey barrels Imperial Stout. And it clocks in at 16% by volume. It is quite boozy, obviously, but it is goddamn delicious.
It doesn't drink boozy though. Like
If you-
most barrel aged
I get
stouts
a-
can be really rough.
I get a bit of booze from it, obviously.
But it's not like some of the Goose Island stuff comes off
Oh,
just
very
massive,
boozy, very
punch you in the
boozy.
face.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
does not have that.
But this is
What do they
almost
call
like
it? Liquid velvet. What do they call it?
liquid luxury,
It feels
luxurious.
yeah.
Yeah.
The velvety texture. It is.
I mean, honestly,
to
it's
say
like
chocolate milk is actually does not even begin to encompass.
no, because you still get the roastiness. It's an imperial stout.
Yeah,
you
it's
still
got
get
that- it's
that
got that
roasty
big cold
coffee
glass
as well.
of espresso.
Yeah. But the other piece to that too is I kind of the first time I tasted it is like if the only chocolate you've ever had is a Hershey's Kiss, and then all of a sudden you discover Lindt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that step up that's just like, oh, this is actually chocolate.
It's like
You know what I mean?
it's like if you made an
That's a
espresso.
very poor man's analogy, by the way.
If you made an espresso dark chocolate mousse beer.
Yeah. Because, it's even got that creaminess to it as well with zero lactose, obviously.
It's amazing. There's zero lactose.
It's so fucking good. It was
Can I have more?
sure. It was only available
Here's my empty cup.
at the at All of You Liquors in Ellicott City. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to get anybody any extra. It was also roughly $30 a 4-pack
Oh,
retail.
God, yeah, of course it was. That 15-year-old rye barrel is not fucking cheap.
And neither is making a 16% beer. And keeping that, I mean, that's cold fermentation and all sorts of stuff, right? Because you have to keep that yeast alive to
Yeah.
continue to eat the sugar. It's not easy to do.
Before we move on from the beer segment, William Burton requests both of them working spirits. Do either have access to a proper British bitter, not an ESB?
No, I do not.
I thought Sam Smith doesn't make one
Not
anymore.
a bitter.
Yeah.
Not a
That's
bitter.
a shame.
No.
Yeah.
At least they don't import it anymore.
So also the big thing there too is both of us work primarily. I work specifically in just whiskey. Graham works in spirits and wine, and he has his one geeky beer person
Supplier,
which is Merch de Vin, that does a lot of Belgian Trappist and Sam Smith and a
Yeah.
few of the
They do-
German like Einger and stuff
They
like
do,
that.
They do Trappist. They do a few German breweries. Pincus, which was the first organic brewery. They do Sam Smith's, also an organic brewery. First in England, organic brewery.
Surprised they don't have a standard English bitter.
They do a ton. They do have one. They just don't import it to this country.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. They do have one.
All right, this is just a humble brag. He goes, "Oh, I fell in love with them last year in Newcastle over Christmas." Humble brag.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's it.
We talk
humble
about our
brag all the
trips. We
fucking
talk
time.
about our trips all the time.
We humble brag all the motherfucking time.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it was a setup.
I've been over to see Arsenal 5 times. I fucking talk about it constantly. It's brilliant.
I'm just teasing.
It's kind of cool.
I need some catty bitches. Let's move on. Next segment.
I never thought at 37 I'd be excited to be part of the upper middle class. It's just since I grew up so poor, but it's actually kind of fucking decent. I'm happy to be here.
On to the fourth round of the FA Cup this weekend. And here are the breakdown of the clubs. We have 15 clubs from the Premier League, 14 clubs from the Championship.
Minus one notable club out of the 15. Fucking shit. Mel, how's my posture now? Fuck. Very depressed I am.
0 clubs from League One,
All right.
2 clubs from League Two,
Yeah.
and and one non-league club from the 6th division. So here we are in the 4th round, Graham, and you had hinted earlier, you're like, this is normally where you see some of those. There's only 3 of them fucking left, man.
Yep.
There is only 3 of them left. Now, it is worth mentioning, of the 15 Premier League sides, a whopping 10 of them will go head-to-head. So,
Which is brilliant.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want the big boys to go away.
best case scenario, only 10 clubs advanced from the Prem.
Right.
Best case scenario. That does not mean that will necessarily happen. Let's go ahead and start with, we're going to just talk the head-to-head clubs first. On Friday, we have 2 massive ties. Chelsea welcomed Villa to the Bridge, which, by the way, Villa beat them at the Bridge already this season. And the other has City traveling to London to place Tottenham, to face Tottenham. It has not gone well for City when they go against Tottenham.
No.
At all.
But what I will say, in both of these ties, actually, I think Villa being in the position they're in, the FA Cup only gathers a Europa League spot. Mm-hmm. They're already in that competition, faring pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. They're in McRib, aren't they?
No, they're in 5th. They're in Europa right now.
No. This season, they are in the McRib trophy.
Yeah, they're in the McRib. Yeah. So if they win the McRib, they go to Europa.
Right. I think they are sniffing the Champions League bucket, and they want a piece of that.
Yeah, so fuck it.
Because
this
they
doesn't
don't care
really
about this.
matter.
Chelsea, on the other hand, as with the
Desperately need to get into Europe.
with the League Cup that we talked about already, they want one of these cup competitions to go their way.
Yeah,
Chelsea
they need to
do.
be in Europe.
Because they need to be in Europe. Their league position, they are going to find themselves on the outside looking in via league position.
Yep.
So they must win one of these 2 trophies to make sure that they are in the position to be in Europe next season. Or else what happened to Everton and financial fair play and the or
creep in
slash
and get 'em.
other whatever it is that's fucking them up, the Premier League Sustainability Act or whatever it is, Profitability and Sustainability Act, are going to fuck with them
Yeah. Oh,
if they don't have
absolutely.
that European check coming in.
Agreed. And for City and
That's where I worry for Villa is my point for the game.
City Tottenham, honestly, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium,
I think Tottenham advance.
I fancy
Yeah.
Spurs. I really do.
Again, City want to win the league, of course, because no team has done it 4 times in a row. They're going to want to. They are 5 points back from Liverpool, and
with a game in hand too.
correct, and they will have an eye on next weekend.
Yep.
They're already without Erling Haaland. You know, Kevin De Bruyne just got back. Do they have the tools? Obviously, they're probably the only Premier League side with a full 22 players that could start for any fucking team.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, do they possess the quality? Absolutely. Tottenham have since been a bit of a bogey team for them. They're also away, and they have an eye on the Premier League. How many changes does Pep ring? I don't feel super confident in it. Confident.
I agree. Very much agree.
So
Now, Saturday has the other 3 head-to-head matches. Sheffield are host to Brighton. Here's the question for you. Do you think the Seagulls rest players because Europa knockout stages are right around the corner in a couple of weeks?
Same thing. They're also, if they had won the other day against
Wolves.
they would have been in 7th, I think.
Yeah.
And
no, they moved to 7th on the tie. They're still
still with the tie moved to 7th. Okay,
they're
I'm
on
sorry.
goal differential over United.
Okay. I think they will feel confident in their league position, especially now that those games aren't coming so thick and fast. They're one every 2 weeks now, as opposed to one a week.
Although everybody's got to turn around and play midweek next week.
I mean, that's
because
true.
of it.
Yeah. I think they'll have more of an eye on the Premier League. I think they'll be confident they can qualify for Europe via league position. I don't think they're going to be too worried about this. However, they've never won a major trophy in their history. Is this an opportunity to do so against an opponent that they could probably beat?
Yeah.
So they may take it seriously. They also have a few players returning from injury. What better way to get you back into the fold than a run out in the FA Cup?
Yep, agreed. And then the in a bottom of the table clash, we have Luton head to Everton, where the Hatters have already beaten the Toffees this season at Goodison.
Yeah, you're fucked. You're out.
Actually, I think Everton win.
So they might. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think Luton is more worried about staying in the league again. I mean,
Right.
this is the stage of the season, coming into February where the games have been coming thick and fast. You kind of assess where your squad is at the moment. You assess your league position. You assess kind of everything around the club. Next week, Monday, I haven't really discussed this with you off air yet, but I kind of think, we do those couple of games that we want to cover from the FA Cup. Mm-hmm. But I say we go 1 through 20, mid-year review.
Yeah, I'm not against that idea. Talk a little bit about that.
2 sentences, bang. Where do we think this club is at?
Yeah.
What competitions are they still involved in? Are they going to care? Bang, moving forward.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like that
Because-
idea. Well, let's see what the FA Cup gives us. If they give us, like, if the fucking
6 bangers we have
like
to
if
talk
the
about.
Stone
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
win, we gotta talk
Absolutely.
about it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
if fucking Newport County knocks off United at Newport County, gotta fucking talk about that.
And absolutely.
Yeah,
But,
so play it off that. I'm with you. I'm with you.
But a 2-3 sentence, review of kind of where we're at right now, I think is important, at this stage of the season, because
Also, remember-
this is what the clubs are doing. This is what the board is doing. If you don't think for a second Crystal Palace is going, where are we heading right now? Is Roy, do I need to fire him? What do we need to do? You're nuts.
Yeah, it's massive.
You have to.
We also do have an international break in February, though, too. So let's, we'll figure it out. But I like where your head is. I very much like where your head is.
That's fair as well. Yeah.
And
I think it's in early March.
and I thought it was late February,
I don't
but
know.
you
It
could
might
be
be. Yeah.
fair enough. We're good.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Then later that afternoon, we have Fulham hosting Newcastle. And this one's just for you, William. Newcastle, who are in an unfamiliar place, past the third round. I wrote that joke, buddy, before I knew you were going to be on.
You know what? What's sad too is not that I'm a fan of seeing dicks all the time,
Right.
but you're in the 4th round and I didn't get to see a dick this time. Kind of let me down a
Willy
bit.
copter, man.
You
What the
gotta
fuck?
have a willy copter.
big old Willy copter.
If I'm gonna see a dick, I want to see it swinging around in a circular motion.
Yeah, gotta be.
Mel, are you a fan of the willy copter?
Oh, you know what? I'm always impressed if a bloke's able to actually pull it off.
Get the
'Cause
full
most
spin, because
time-
normally it just goes
most
side
time-
to side. It doesn't
Yeah.
get
It doesn't do the full
circle.
rotation.
Or all you see is like the thumb.
Well, that's not.
Well said.
That's normally because when the willy-copter crosses our minds, we're normally too hammered to complete the rotation.
Dude, you ever used to watch Puppetry of the Penis?
Uh-huh.
No? What's that?
Oh my God, this was an HBO show.
Yeah.
There's these guys, and
we
it was
were
a
poor
New York. It was
growing
a
up.
New York thing.
Again, upper middle class is a recent thing I've been involved
It was a
in.
New York stage show, like off Broadway, where they were able to manipulate their scrotum sac and loose skin into things like the Eiffel Tower, the squawking bird.
To think they would pull a Jim Carrey and bend over like, Ace Ventura and go, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions.
No, and you know that's not true.
I know.
It is worth looking up. Puppetry of the Penis. I think they probably still tour.
So what contorted the excess skin into those shapes?
Uh-huh.
What did it, though?
Their hands.
Okay, so they were manipulating
Oh
it.
yeah, I'll find
That'd be
you.
far more impressive if they could control it with their mind.
Oh my God, he did the Billy Goat. It's so veiny.
I'm looking up Puppetry of the Penis. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I gotta go,
Now
guys.
on
Sorry.
to the other 5 Premier League sides. On Thursday, Bournemouth host Swansea City. I have a feeling Bournemouth are going to advance. Swans in transition, just changed managers.
Also, they were on a bit of a streak, weren't they?
Yeah,
Swansea
so-
have been playing fairly well and kind of climbing the championship table.
They lost this weekend, though. Yeah.
Fair, but
For me, I feel like
yeah, exactly.
So-
The eye with the line through it. Not safe for work. Not safe for work. Not safe for work.
For me, I feel like the Cherries are going to advance. I tend to think that
I would tend to agree with you.
that Liverpool game was the one-off. I feel like they are comfortably 12th to tag them with a. Pardon me for
That's weird.
yeah. Well, I burped. Sorry. Well, you know what? You have made very weird noises throughout the night. And you know what I do?
Tonight?
I keep fucking going. Yeah.
I haven't done anything weird.
William
tonight,
Burton
have
would
I?
like to
yes,
know
you have.
how the fuck did we go from NFC to penis artistry?
That's how it kind of works.
Well, talk to your own supporters, man.
I think the through line should be obvious.
Yeah, you have a fucking history of that.
Next up, Nottingham Forest head to Bristol
Wait,
City.
Time out. Excuse me. You brought a fucking blow-up doll, mate, to the pub the other day.
Right. We're at 42 minutes and we still have another fucking 10 games to
Correct?
talk about. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
penis artistry, blow-up doll.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Very good. Nottingham Forest head to Bristol City. Mr. Graham, can the Robins take another Premier League team out?
Yes.
I think so too.
They absolutely can because, again, Forest are worried about Premier League survival. There is a difference in, now obviously Wigan, it didn't happen to. They very much prioritized the cup
Right. Very
in
much
that,
so.
in that specific season. But what we say about a lower league side, that run can kind of galvanize those players and turn their league form around. Oftentimes, it does not happen with the Premier League clubs.
No.
The Premier League clubs very much focus on the league, and we have to survive via league position. We can't afford to go down and do a Wigan and go to
Right.
the Europa League anyway,
Right.
despite getting relegated. So I think Forest are close enough to the zone, and I think Nuno is experienced enough to know that he will have to make changes and not prioritize this game.
Saturday, Liverpool host Norwich and Man U travel to League Two, Newport County.
I want Norwich to do something, but they won't.
No.
And I want Newport County to beat Manchester United, and I think they will hold out something sexy like 60 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then finally, Rasmus Højlund, who got substituted on, will score.
That doesn't matter because the only thing that matters, Mr. Graham, is the magic of the cup. It gave us another derby, another big derby. We have a black country derby with Wolverhampton traveling to West Bromwich Albion.
Well-
Boing, boing.
If you believe West Bromwich Twitter, well, X, excuse me, Wolves don't think it's a big game.
Well, I was going to say, it's no Sunderland actually taking their guest suites and making them available to Newcastle.
No, they were, I mean, I briefly spoke about this on the
You
main
don't see us
show.
going to any Wolves party over this shit.
Right. I vaguely spoke, briefly and vaguely spope about this on the main show.
Danny, you've been tested. He's in Baltimore.
But yeah, that's true. He's the nicest bloke in the world until he gets 6 beers in him, and then it's like, we're going all day. Fucking Frank the Tank.
We won. We're drinking.
By the way, when y'all check your phones, not only did I find Puppetry of the Penis, but I found their instruction manual.
Oh, very good.
Nice. I'll be sure to get on that.
So when you want to try the Eiffel Tower,
Got to go buy some C-cell batteries for my flashlight so I can perform for Carly.
Heard. Very good.
What were we talking about? Oh, Black Country Derby. The West Brom fans were very annoyed that Gary O'Neill decided that he was going to do his job and say, you know, very excited about the game. However, we've got 2 games prior to that. I'd like to
need
focus
to
on these
focus on
games
these
that
first.
that we need to win. I want to focus on this. I want to get this done. You know, they're not easy games. We got to make sure that we're on point here, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
West Brom Twitter went into full fucking meltdown.
he said titter.
I did say titter. Went into full fucking meltdown.
Excuse me. That's West Brom Mia Khalifa. If you're going to
Boing,
go by
boing.
its right name.
Sorry, it's West Brom titter went full milk down. And and was just like, we're not a small club. You can't. Blah, blah, blah. It just went nuts on it. And then it was like, wait a second, but you're acting like a small club right now?
Yeah. You are
And
doing
you're-
very pick-me vibes right
you're
now.
also taking to X to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, so pick-me.
Mate.
So pick-me.
It's fucking stupid.
Now, I will
Very
say...
exciting for a derby. Always exciting for a derby in the cup because it's a one-off. I think playoffs are now this season are done after the third round. So we're straight to pens as well. So there will be a winner on the day.
Oh,
I
fabulous.
think. I'm pretty sure that's true.
And
In this round.
and what's even better in this situation is that it's at West Brom, the same way as the Tyne Ware, the fact that it was at Sunderland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it
Just
would
gives
have
it an added
been,
little edge.
It would have
Yeah.
been very cool if it was at Newcastle, but it's fucking super awesome cool that it was at Sunderland. Same thing here. It's like, it'd be fun. It was at the Molineux, but it's really fucking awesome that it's at
The other
that
thing
it's
that's
at West
good
Brom.
is both stadiums. You're talking about both, instances. The Stadium of Light is a Premier League stadium.
Yeah,
West Brom Stadium is a Premier League stadium.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So they have the capacity to allow for an atmosphere.
The Hawthorns, I just remembered
The
that.
Hawthorns, yeah.
Yep.
They have an atmosphere, the sausage rolls, because Steve Bruce was in charge there. They have the atmosphere, the ability to provide an atmosphere because they have the capacity to allow for away fans.
Yeah.
Sunderland didn't have to allow 6,000 Newcastle fans there, though, and I doubt West Brom will extend Wolves that
Oh no, they
same
will not.
respect and love.
Yeah, they will not.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a fun game to watch. I will probably watch this game as long as ESPN Plus decides to show it to me.
Yeah, the fucking replays this week. They showed 3 total replays this week. Fucking just terrible.
And only one of them was a lower league game.
Yeah, fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. So here's the rest of the matches for you all. Friday, Wednesday, host Coventry City. See what I did there?
I think Coventry wins.
Yeah, agreed. Wednesday's got to try to get out of the relegation
They
zone.
have a lot
That's
to
what they gotta
worry about.
focus on.
Yeah.
Coventry is now currently in 6th. They're right in the thick of it. Just, they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Both of them have a lot to worry about, but I think the stakes are a lot higher for Sheffield Wednesday.
Right. But they can also, it's so close. Like 6th to fucking 13th,
Well, that's
so
true.
close.
That's true.
They can bounce around. One game doesn't kill
One
them.
win, 2 wins get you, or 1 win and a draw fucking moves you 10 spots.
Saturday, we have 2 all-championship ties. The first one is Leicester is home to Birmingham City. And then we also have...
New manager bump.
What's that?
New manager bump.
Uh-huh. And then Plymouth, Argyle are going to Leeds.
Sorry, Plymouth.
But well, here's the thing. Leeds love to fuck off the FA Cup.
I mean, that's true, but I don't think they will this time.
I mean, how many times have we seen Leeds in a 5th round of the FA Cup?
Not often.
I'm waiting.
Not often.
Like, yeah.
But I this time, I think this is one of those instances.
I agree. Leeds are playing really fucking well
But
this year.
the momentum
really
they
are.
have, I think they're going to say, listen, we got to carry that on.
Yeah.
Versus this is a distraction. I think they're going to say this is an extension of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're going to have to carry this on.
Keep us going.
Correct.
Absolutely
Versus,
the case.
fuck this, rest everybody, and then we'll kick the league off, midweek next week. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Leeds take it. I think Leicester and Birmingham City. Obviously, the draw against Ipswich this past weekend is a bit unfortunate for Leicester. They're still far and away the best side in the championship.
Yeah.
I think they can go for this game and still be comfortably where they're at.
I agree. Very much agree. We all need to be up early on Saturday because the actually 6:45 on the East Coast game, not 7:30, but 6:45, has got the mighty fucking Stone, brother,
Maidstone United, the only MUFC.
heading to Ipswich.
I'm excited for this game because Ipswich obviously haven't found themselves in or around the playoff spots for a fair few years to go up to the Premier League. I think conversely, what we just talked about with Leeds, this is the opposite. Ipswich sees this as a distraction. They see this as a problem.
I would say even with all of that, though, Maidstone needed a penalty and a lot of luck
That's fine.
to win at home against Stevenage.
Yeah. But Stevenage are a decent side.
Ipswich is going to win this one.
I think
This is where the
ultimately,
run
I think
ends.
they will as
Yeah.
well. But it is my job as part of the football media to produce narrative.
Fair enough.
So I'm trying to do so.
Sunday, we have red hot Southampton going to Watford. Southampton win. They
Listen,
win. They're on fucking fire right now, man.
The Tory party paid me, and I'm trying to do my best to fulfill those payments.
Yeah.
It's a lie, by the way. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about? Southampton destroy Watford, no problem.
Yeah.
Not worried
and
about
then
it.
the final game on Monday, not to be outdone by all the weekend's action, we have Wrexham traveling to Blackburn, and Wrexham has beaten championship sides already in their building, Coventry City, last year.
I also think Wrexham, I mean, besides the obvious, kind of Hollywood actors and we love a big stage and an underdog story and all that kind of crap, I kind of feel their manager and their players actually believe in the run, in what they're doing, and they want to get as far as they can, whether it be to further the brand or not. I think it all helps. I think the owners are behind whatever the players and manager want to do, and they're going to give this their all. I think they despite the result of the last weekend and the failure to go top of League Two, excuse me, they don't view this as a distraction. Again, they view this as an extension.
This team is in League One next season.
Let's keep this going.
This
ride
team's getting the promotion.
Yeah, ride
This
the
team
fucking
is
wave.
Going to fucking
just ride the wave.
They're going to be in the
Ride the
next
wave.
round of the FA
Yep.
Cup. And honestly, I hope, God, for them, I really hope they pull a United at Old Trafford or a fucking Spurs at the London. Like, I hope they pull somebody big in their stadium.
Yeah,
Our buddy Billy Burton. That's what I'm calling him from now on.
BB.
Americans love underdogs. The British say it's the hope that kills you.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't
100%
disagree.
is.
Don't
Yeah.
disagree. The whenever we talk about the Dutch, a literal people, the British, a pessimistic bunch.
No, absolutely.
Explains my mother so much.
Yeah, such a pessimistic
So
bunch.
pessimistic.
Yeah. I mean, but it extends to every facet of life, yeah?
Well, what happens when you have no sunshine, apparently, from the way they talk about their weather?
There's a World War joke in here between the two, and I'm just not going to say it. Can't do it.
I was going to go back to the Revolutionary War. A bunch of you fucking cunts left the country because it was fucking gray all the time.
I loved the announcers at the Baltimore game this weekend went, "Oh, and here's your national anthem in the city where it was written."
He wants me to
Like,
call him the
fuck
infamous
off, mates.
Shorebilly 75, but I'm still loving Billy Burton. We're at odds on this one.
Well, you probably should have asked him if he could use his full government on the.
Well, I mean, he's
On the
one
main
that-
show.
You comment, you risked me saying it. That's
I mean,
the
that's fair.
disclaimer.
That's fair. He didn't say just keep me anonymous.
No.
All right. That's hey, that's going to wrap it
Is
up,
that gonna wrap
everybody.
it up, everybody?
Yep. What did Mr. Graham parting words?
If you find yourself in a room with Piper Perry or Mia Khalifa, make sure you wrap it up.
He goes, it's in the freaking chat.
Yeah, I know, but then you have to specifically go on the page. This goes far and wide further than that.
Dozens. Dozens. You ready to hear what we're going out on?
What are we going on?
Well, because we're broadcasting this, I was going to go out on Taylor Swift. So I'm not, because we'll get sued.
You got 27 seconds.
Do you know who won't sue us?
Who? They will definitely not
Who's
sue
this?
us. Whiskey and the motherfucking kidney stones.
Hey, our
This
theme
is their
song.
hot
Band.
song.
It is a song about very special rain showers. I made a reference to this song at my roast.
Would you like to come home? We could talk tonight, talk for hours. Still got a little question, ticket round in my dome. Baby, do you dig the golden showers? Hot piss, and you're facing on the floor, hot piss.
Hot piss!
Adam can sing.
Yeah. Adam knows how to sing, man.
I like Adam's voice. I really do.
Burton, infamous Billy, says for the handfuls and handfuls of fans in their parents' basement.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, not wrong.
Oh.
But that's why we love it.
At the roast, I had said if Brian Flam was here, he'd be jerking off to the fact
The
that
Kenny
Adam
Lofton
Harold made a
line,
reference
yeah.
to Kenny Lofton.
Yeah.
I know how much you love this song.
Although not on my top 100. Which song was on my top 100?
I didn't listen to it. Do you know?
No, fuck no. I didn't listen to it either.
God Damn It by Whiskey and the Kidney Stones made my
Nice.
top 100. It's I hate my fucking job and I hate my fucking life. No, I hate my fucking kids and I hate my fucking wife.
Yeah, I was gonna look for it, but I'm not now. Say goodnight, Sammy.
Good night, Sammy.
Good night, Sammy.